In a world where video games are often forgiving, Undertale stands apart, stern and unforgiving, with its unique feature of permanent choices. This isn't your typical game. Undertale isn't afraid to remind us that our choices carry weight. They're etched in stone, creating a ripple effect that shapes the narrative. Each decision, whether big or small, leaves an indelible imprint on our journey, setting it apart from the monotonous crowd of everyday games. Every action, every decision, every word spoken in Undertale can never be taken back. This isn't just a game, it's a lesson in accountability. Undertale teaches us the value of our choices. In the world of Undertale, every decision we make carries weight. The game is built on a foundation of consequence and permanence, making each playthrough a distinctly unique experience. Our choices don't just nudge the narrative along, they shape it. They shape us, and they shape the world we're navigating. Consider the storyline. Sure, it's the tale of a human child lost in a world of monsters, but it's also the story of our journey. It's a narrative shaped by our decisions, our mistakes, our triumphs. A kind act can lead to friendship. A harsh word can spark animosity. Every action, every word, each decision we make carries us down a different path, leading to a different ending. Then there are the characters. These aren't just sprites on a screen, these are personalities that react to our choices. They remember our deeds, our misdeeds. They respond to kindness with warmth, to cruelty with coldness. They're not just characters, they're mirrors, reflecting our decisions back at us. They're reminders of the consequences of our actions. And let's talk about the overall experience. The beauty of Undertale lies in its adaptability. It's a game that accommodates our decisions, evolves with our choices. It's a game that gives us freedom, but also responsibility. It's a game that doesn't just let us play, but makes us accountable for how we play. It's a game that changes with each playthrough, because we change with each playthrough. Every decision we make, every path we take, leaves a mark on the game world. And once made, these choices are permanent. There's no going back, no do-overs. Just like in life, we have to live with the consequences of our actions. Undertale is a mirror, reflecting our decisions back at us, showing us the consequences of our actions. This isn't just a game, it's a lesson in accountability. A lesson in the power and permanence of choice. In Undertale, you're not just playing with pixels, you're interacting with personalities. Each character, whether it's the motherly Toriel, the hilarious skeleton brothers Sans and Papyrus, or the ambitious Undine, has their unique personality, backstory and emotional depth. They're not mere props in your gaming journey, but complex individuals whose reactions and relationships with you hinge upon the choices you make. Take Papyrus, for example. He could be your goofy friend or a thwarted adversary based on the decisions you make during your encounters. These choices, once made, are permanent and shape the narrative of your relationship with him. This makes the game more than just an adventure. It becomes a series of personal stories, intertwined with your actions. The characters in Undertale are not just NPCs, they're individuals that remember your actions and respond accordingly. They make Undertale a game where your choices matter, not just for the gameplay, but for the emotional connections you build along the way. Undertale isn't a game you play, it's a game you live. As we've journeyed through the heart of Undertale, we've seen how this unique game weaves a narrative that's not only immersive, but also deeply personal. The key to this experience? The choices you make and the consequences they bear. Unlike many games where choices can be reversed or retaken, Undertale makes clear that each decision you make is permanent. Remember, this isn't a game that allows for retries or do-overs. The choices you make aren't just affecting the gameplay, they're shaping the story, crafting the world around you, and even influencing the characters you meet. The game's ability to remember and adapt to these decisions adds an extra layer of depth and realism, making each playthrough a unique experience. But Undertale goes even further. It's not just about the choices you make in the game, but the lessons these choices can teach us about our own lives. It's a mirror held up to our actions, showing us that every decision has consequences, and we must live with them, for better or worse. In essence, Undertale transcends the traditional gaming experience. It's not just a game you play, but a world you inhabit, a story you shape, and an experience that stays with you long after you've put the controller down. In Undertale, every choice is permanent, every action has a consequence, and every decision matters. This isn't just a game, it's a life lesson.